Hello strangers of the internet, in this video I'll be showing how you can get the highest possible defense in Hypixel Skyblock outside of dungeons. In my last video about the highest possible health, I had people in the comments saying things that were either disastrously wrong or things that I had already mentioned in the video, so please do a little research and also watch the entire video before you comment. I would also like to mention again that this is outside of dungeons. Dungeons involves unpredictable blessings and a rather broken glitch, so that's why I will not be including dungeons. I also want to thank you all for helping me with the last video. I learned that Legion and Mayor Jerry stack multiplicatively, so I'll factor those into this video. Speaking of which, the math in this video is purely theoretical, so I will be assuming that the player is completely maxed. With that out of the way, let's get started. You start the game with 0 defense, so we'll add numbers from there. Fairy Souls are likely to give you some of your first defense points. They are Easter egg type items hidden throughout the public islands. Collecting all 220 of them will give you 52 defense. Skills can also give you defense. There's only one though, mining. Mining goes up to level 60 and gives up to 106 defense. Next, we have something called the Essence Shop. This shop offers perks at the cost of essences obtained from dungeons. The Wither Essence Shop gives boosts everywhere. It offers the Forbidden Defense perk, which gives up to 5 defense at tier 5. There is also something called the Century Cake, given to players in Skyblock year 100. One of the cakes, the Pet Rock Cake, gives 3 defense when eaten. The Dwarven Mines update added beacons, which also gives stat boosts. It can give up to 20 defense at tier 5. The Resistance 8 potion gives 60 defense, but the Tepid Green Tea base brew can increase this number to 66. I would continue on things that give defense, but an important thing to note is that there's a pet which can greatly increase defense, the Baby Yeti. It might not look much, but it has the Ice Shield ability, which converts all your strength into defense, making it an extremely good pet for maxing out defense. I'm going to keep strength separate from defense because we will have percent increases in stats later on. The percent increases stack twice with strength, once from strength itself and again after it is converted into defense. This also means that one strength is valued more than one defense. Strength can come from many sources, so I'll start with those. You start the game with 0 strength. Fairy Souls give 52. The Foraging skill goes up to level 50 and gives 86 strength. The Strength 8 potion gives 75, but the Knockoff Cola base brew can increase this number to 78.75. The Jerry Candy gives 20 strength. The A-Punch Century Cake gives 2. The Forbidden Strength perk from the Wither Essence Shop gives 5 at tier 5. Certain items can also give temporary strength boosts. The Weird Tuba gives 30, the Plasma Flux Power Orb gives 35, and the Silent Death, when used, gives 25. The Training Weights, when held for enough time, give another 50. The Parrot Pet, if equipped by a nearby player, gives 30 strength. Baby Yeti's Cold Breeze perk gives 50 strength if the player is near snow. The Baby Yeti pet itself gives 40 strength, and if it's holding Antique Remedies, which increases the pet's strength stat by 80%, it gives 72 strength. The Reinforced Claws, which give 40 defense, might seem better at a first glance, but because of how multiplicative stacking works, Antique Remedies actually give more defense in the end. The math is on screen right now if you are curious why. There are weapons that give defense, like the Wither Cloak Sword, but strength is much easier to gain in these cases. And with Baby Yeti, strength is equivalent to defense. The weapon which gives the most strength is the Flower of Truth, which has 360 base strength. The Flower of Truth is better than the Estrella. At a first glance, the Estrella, which gives 260 defense and 150 strength at Catacombs 50, looks better, but because of how the multiplicative stacking works, Flower of Truth is ultimately better. The math is on screen right now to show why. The Flower of Truth can be reforged to Withered, which is the reforge that gives the most strength. The Flower of Truth can be recombobulated to the Mythic rarity, and the Withered reforge gives 170 strength on Mythic rarity weapons. Withered also gives a bonus, 1 strength per Catacombs level. At Catacombs 50, this is equivalent to 50 extra strength. We can also put Chimera 5 on it, adding 72 extra strength, which are the Baby Yeti's pet stats. 10 hot potato books and 5 fuming potato books give it another 30 strength. Next, Talismans. Talismans can be reforged to give extra stats, and they also give some stats on their own. There are a few which give base strength or defense. The Day and Night crystals give 5 strength and 5 defense during the day and the night, respectively. The Gravity Talisman gives up to 10 strength and 10 defense the closer you are to the center of an island. The Razor Sharp Shark Tooth Necklace gives 10 strength. There are 66 unique talismans, 13 legendary, 10 epic, 21 rare, 10 uncommon, and 12 common. You can recombobulate each of these to give them a higher rarity and higher reforge stats. So after recombobulating, we have 13 mythic talismans, 10 legendary, 21 epic, 10 rare, and 12 uncommon. Strength is easier to get than defense for talismans. The best reforge for strength is Forceful. It gives 20 on mythic talismans, 15 on legendary, 10 on epic, 7 on rare, 5 on uncommon, and 4 on common. The mythic talismans give a total of 260 strength. The legendaries give 150, epics give 210, rares give 70, and uncommons give 60. The Hegemony artifact doubles the reforged stats on it, and it is mythic, so that's another 20 strength. Then we have talisman enrichments, bought from the Bits shop and applied to legendary and mythic talismans. The strength and defense enrichments each give 1 of their respective stat, and because strength is valued more than defense, I'll go with the strength enrichments. There are 23 legendary and mythic talismans, so that's another 23 strength. After talismans, the total strength is 2035.75. Then we have the Pigman Sword, which gives 300 defense for 5 seconds. It has a 5-second cooldown, so it can't stack. Finally, we are left with armor. We are looking for armors that increase defense by a percentage, because that will increase the existing defense. There are 2 armor sets that increase defense by a large amount: Protector Dragon Armor and Shark Scale Armor. Protector Dragon Armor only increases defense on its armor pieces though, so Shark Scale Armor is the best choice. It doubles defense within water. The Tier 12 Perfect Armor is worse than Shark Scale because it doesn't give any defense buffs, since we have thousands of strength and defense from non-armor sources. When unenchanted, the helmet of Shark Scale Armor gives 120 defense, the chestplate gives 175, the leggings give 150, and the boots give 100. That's a total of 545 defense. 10 hot potato books and 5 fuming potato books on each armor piece give a total of 120 more defense. Shark Scale Armor can be recombobulated to the mythic rarity, and the Perfect Reforge from the Diamond Atom gives 110 defense per piece, for a total of 440 extra defense. The Perfect Reforge also gives an extra 2% defense bonus per piece. This bonus is multiplicative, so I'll keep those in mind for later. 4 Blast Protection 7 books give 840 defense against explosions, but it doesn't stack with any multipliers, so I'll add those in at the end. Counter-Strike 5 gives 10 defense for 7 seconds on the first enemy hit. It does stack with multipliers, and it also works with multiple mob hits. Outside dungeons, you can take a maximum of 2 hits per second for mobs, so assuming you spend those 7 seconds taking mob hits, you'll get an extra 140 defense. In total, we now have 1,812 defense, ignoring blast protection and multipliers. Finally, we have the Legion Ultimate Enchantment, which at level 5 increases strength and defense by 0.35% per player near you up to 20 players. If each of the Shark armor pieces has Legion 5 and there are 20 players near you, you get plus 7% stats per piece. These stack multiplicatively. If Jerry is Mayor, we also get plus 10% stats. I should also mention that this must take place on a private island. The reason for this is that nowhere else can you find snow, water, and the center of the island close together. This means that this also has to be on a YouTuber's island in particular, because only they have the 20 visitor capacity for the maximum Legion bonus. And since we're on a private island, I'll also add in the beacon combination buff of 40 strength and 40 defense. So the total so far is 1,852 defense and 2,075.75 strength without multipliers and blast protection. So the strength can be increased by Legion and Jerry, which will bring the strength total to 2,992.97. Baby Yeti now converts this into defense, so we add in the 1,852 defense for a total of 4,844.97 defense. Legion and Jerry act again, this time along with the perfect reforge bonus, bringing the defense total to 7,561.71. Assuming we are in water, the Shark scale armor will now double this, so we end up with 15,123.41 defense. Then we finally add in a creeper to proc blast protection 7 for 840 more defense, which after rounding gives 15,963 defense outside of dungeons. Fun fact, this is equal to 99.38% damage reduction. 15,963 defense is the highest possible number when we ignore some very case-specific niche items. I didn't add these in because they, like Dungeon Blessings, are impossible to optimize. There's a quirky armor piece that gives temporary strength, the Shadow Assassin chestplate. What's unique about it is that it gives 10 strength for 10 seconds stacking when you teleport. Even after you take the chestplate off, you keep the bonus strength. The only limit to its effectiveness is its 10-second duration. Assuming you teleport a ridiculous amount of times in those 10 seconds, maybe using an auto clicker, you can get a ridiculous amount of extra strength and defense. We also have full werewolf armor, which gives 50 defense for 5 seconds stacking each time you activate ferocity. The idea behind this is that you get ridiculously high amounts of ferocity, then whack as many mobs as possible in 5 seconds, and accumulate absurd amounts of defense. There's also the combo ultimate enchantment. It gives 2 strength when you kill a mob. Like the Shadow Assassin chestplate, it gives stats even after you switch to using a different item. This one is hard to optimize because you can kill a theoretically infinite amount of mobs using a magic damage area of effect weapon, which would instantly gain you massive amounts of strength. Finally, we have the Spirit Scepter. When combined with the Bat Person artifact, this weapon gives 10 strength and 10 defense for every bat you shoot. But again, this is impossible to optimize. If I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comments. If I made any, the updated max defense will be in the pinned comment. If you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. I'll hopefully be maxing out each of the other stats in future videos. We've got many stats left. Anyway, bye.